Today, we're going to cover how to adjust your conditioning intensity and roller gap on Vermeer MC mowers and why you might need to. First, let's cover some general guidelines when setting up your roller conditioner. You want plant stems to be broken or crimped at 2 to 3 points along the length of each stem. You should consider decreasing conditioning intensity if the crop is more than 10% alfalfa or other legume leaves are blackened or bruised after they've been conditioned. This can help prevent excessive leaf loss and increase feed value. Keep in mind that increasing conditioning intensity will generally result in faster drying but greater leaf loss. Let's dive into adjusting the conditioner's spring tension or conditioning intensity. Before starting, refer to your operator's manual for detailed instructions and safety messages. Vermeer recommends a spring coil gap of approximately 0.05 inches as a starting place. If you check the spring and see a different measurement or want to otherwise change your intensity, it's time to adjust. First, follow shutdown procedure and leave the cutter bar fully raised with the lift locks engaged. Loosen the jam nut and adjust the spring tension. To increase conditioning intensity, tighten the bolt to compress the spring. To decrease your conditioning intensity, loosen the bolt to decompress the spring. Once this is repeated on both sides of the machine, replace each jam nut. Next, let's discuss checking and adjusting the roller gap. There are 3 reasons you might need to check your roller gap. If tightening springs repeatedly fails to increase conditioning intensity, if you want to check and adjust for roller wear, or you want to match your roller gap to your specific crop type and conditions. This gap is measured at the closest point of roller contact. A recommended starting gap between the rollers is 1/4 inch. Keep in mind that this gap is crop dependent and some crops such as Sudan or other cane materials may require a gap as large as 3/4 inch. If your gap check doesn't fit your desired measurement, it's time to adjust the roller gap lengths. Access the side shield on both sides of the machine and remove each jam nut on the links. Turn the next nut counterclockwise until the conditioner rollers make contact, doing both sides at the same time. Once the rollers are touching, rotate each nut clockwise approximately 2.5 rotations to achieve the recommended gap of 1/4 inch. If necessary, turn the nuts 1/2 to 1 turn at a time until the roller gap is satisfactory. Make sure to adjust both ends of the rollers equally to keep proper alignment. Once finished, rotate the top hat on the left end of the cutter bar by hand until the rollers have made one complete revolution, making sure that the rollers don't touch each other. If the machine passes this check, reinstall and tighten the jam nuts and close the side shields. If you have any questions on optimizing conditioning on Vermeer MC mowers or other Vermeer hay tools, contact your local Vermeer dealer or visit Vermeer.com.